Mark, I am such a big fan of Special Forces and I can't wait to see you on the show. What was your motivation for signing on?
A motivation for signing on it was kind of wanting to prove something to myself as well, that I still had, that grit in me. Also, I kind of wanted to show another side of me other than TikTok or, thirst trapping as people know me as. So
I know you were on the Vile Files. Nick Vile was on season 2, I believe. Did you get any advice from people before signing up for the show?
I did, yeah. I talked to Dwight Howard, and he was in season 1, I think. And yeah, he gave me some pretty good advice on it, and so that was cool to be able to chat with him before it.
And were you able to watch past seasons?
I did, yeah. I watched the first season, I think a long time ago when it came out. And then after I knew I was gonna be on the show, I went and watched all the seasons.
Last season, the series was in Wales. This season, it's in Morocco.
Yeah.
Were you happy it was in a warmer climate?
I don't know. I think it's give and take. I think they dealt with a lot of things in Wales that we didn't have to deal with. But also like the heat in the desert's also really tough. So I think it just kind of, I don't know, just kind of depends on, what you prefer.
Some people in the past have referred to the show as sort of trauma bonding with your fellow contestants. Who did you end up being the closest with?
Yeah, there's a lot of trauma bonding for sure. I think Johnny Manziel, definitely. We had some good chats at breakfast and, long car rides, in between challenges and stuff. So that was pretty cool to be able to talk to him about a lot of stuff.
And have you kept in touch after the season?
We have, yes.
Season 4 includes a lot of social media influencers like yourself, Brianna Chicken Fry, and a lot of Bravo celebrities. Were you familiar with your cast members before season 4 started?
Yes, I knew most of everybody. I knew Bree prior before that. I was on her podcast, and then funny enough, me and my girlfriend had dinner with Bree like probably a couple of weeks before that, maybe like a month, and we both had no idea still that we were both on it, but we didn't know that. But so that was kind of cool.
Obviously, you have an athletic background. You played football. You're in the gym all the time. Do you think that physical fitness helped you with the show?
I definitely think it did. Yeah, I think the physical part wasn't necessarily the hardest for me. It was more the mental. So that was definitely tough.
Was it hard to watch your fellow contestants struggle in some of the more physical stuff?
It definitely was, yeah. So you just had to, kind of encourage them.
I know Kyla Pratt told us last season that she thought about quitting back in day 2. Did thoughts of leaving ever cross your mind?
Yeah, honestly, a lot. A lot. It crosses your mind quite a bit. Because it's not necessarily the challenges that get you. It's like all the, the downtime in between, laying on your cot, in 114-degree weather. Like, it's all like the little things that kind of just keep adding up.
The Special Forces TikTok has already posted a thirst trap of you simply drying off after a shower. Is there anywhere the cameras didn't follow you during the season?
I don't think so. I think, we're in that compound and there's cameras everywhere. So I think you're pretty much being filmed 24/7. But there's no like producers or glam or any of that, so it's all pretty raw and real.
I think staff does a great job of keeping their distance, but stepping up emotionally in the interrogation room. Do you think any of them had a soft spot for you?
I don't know, honestly. I saw them off camera doing all the press and all that, and they're really good people and they're fun to chat with.
What do you think the biggest challenge was for you to overcome during your time on the season?
I think there was challenges that that were in my own head when I got there. I didn't realize like I was afraid of heights. I didn't realize claustrophobia bothered me, but during, a real life scenario like that, they kind of did bother me. So that was pretty cool to overcome some of those.
Yeah, and we've seen contestants over the series, overcome immense challenges. Did any of your fellow contestants surprise you with what they were able to do?
Yeah, Nick Young, he did, he's super funny guy, he's just super funny. He overcame a lot of stuff, honestly, that I didn't know if he was going to be able to get through, but he'd always get to the finish line.
If you had to pick any of your fellow Montana boys to maybe follow in your footsteps in a season 5, who would it be and why?
I like to see Caleb do it, just because he kind of has, the same background as me. He's athletic, he's, physically he's fit, but I would like to kind of see him go through it.
Now you've entered the world of reality competition. If you had to pick between either Traitors or Dancing with the Stars to do next, which would it be and why?
It'd have to be Traitors because I'm not a dancer.
Is there anything you're excited for fans to see this season from you?
Yeah, I'm excited for them to see, kind of I was able to put one step in front of the other and just keep going, even though there's some really tough times. So
out of all the staff, who would you want to grab a beer with and why?
I'd like to grab beer with all of them, honestly. But Rudy, definitely, he's a cool guy.